At sunset, the sky above Shaolin Temple burned gold and blood red, painting the stone roofs in a surreal light. The monks were finishing evening chores, sweeping courtyards and stacking brushes, voices low and measured, when a thunderous crack split the air. Heads snapped up across the grounds. In the center of the training area, standing where no one expected a challenger, a 7-foot mountain of a man loomed, broad-shouldered, iron-faced, a hulking monk who wore exile-like armor. He had the look of someone who had turned his art into something sharp and cold. He demonstrated that power immediately by lifting a stone pillar with one arm, raising it as if it were a reed. The pillar shattered when he dropped it, dust rolling like a brief storm. The assembled monks instinctively stepped back, the murmurs and prayers of their training clipped by fear. At the fringes of that low chorus, a few older monks recalled a name they'd hoped to forget, whispered it like a curse: Iron Mountain. He was the exiled monk, the one who had taken kung fu and made it cruelty. The giant planted himself in the center of the stone echo court. The circular arena where tradition demanded all formal challenges be settled, a place where a strike carried and reverberated for miles. The tiles beneath him seemed to protest his weight. He announced a demand that chilled the courtyard, a challenge for the smallest among them. If the smallest refused, the temple would burn at nightfall. Panic moved like a gust through the congregation, but at the far edge, where shadows pooled and palms scarred by broom handles told of a life of service, the smallest monk kept sweeping. He was 5 feet tall, slender. A figure of quiet motion who had been given a name that fit his essence, Little Ash. He worked without fanfare, the broom tip whispering on stone. He did not flinch at the roar of the giant or the threat of fire. When the summons came, he stepped forward, leaving the broom against the low wall and moving with a calm that made the air itself seem attentive. That calm was not the arrogance of someone who sought glory. It was the steady focus of someone who practiced humility as diligently as forms. Iron Mountain laughed at the sight, a low, rolling thunder that seemed to shake even the lanterns. He shuffled into the center of the stone echo court with the deliberate menace of someone used to imposing his will. Little Ash entered barefoot and insubstantial feeling, moving so lightly his shadow barely kept pace. The gong sounded once, a single, solemn note that cut through the tension like a blade. The fight began in a hush that let each footstep and intake of breath be heard. Iron Mountain charged like a bull, each step a seismic event. His mass turned the air into something heavy. Little Ash did not meet aggression with counter-force. He moved by inches, aligning himself with the rhythm of timing rather than the rhythm of impact. The first collision was a lesson. Iron Mountain barreled forward and crashed into a stone pillar, the blow shaking dust from the temple walls. Little Ash tapped the pillar with 2 fingers.